They thought I'd vanish with a $10 insult. They thought I'd sit there, quiet and shattered like I always did. But this time, I wasn't their ghost. I was the reckoning they never saw coming. And by the time they realized it, I'd already rewritten the ending. They all laughed when they heard it. To Dana, $10. Chuckles echoed around the mahogany-paneled room like flies buzzing over something dead. My mother smirked behind a silk scarf. My brother leaned back, arms crossed. The smug weight of entitlement settled in his spine. Even the cousins, barely blood, barely present, smiled like they'd won something. I sat still. No blink, no twitch. I just stared at the lawyer, Mr. Creel, as he cleared his throat and adjusted his glasses. Actually, there's a private letter just for Dana. And then silence. That kind of silence where the walls lean in to listen. My father always said I was too sensitive, too quiet, too soft. But he called it love back then. I was his shadow, the one who fetched his tea, learned the names of his clients, memorized his calendar. I learned to tiptoe through his moods, clean up his messes, smile through the cold. When I told him I wanted to be a writer, he said, "Write something worth reading or don't waste the ink." I did both. He never read any of it. The betrayal wasn't loud. It crept. First, they stopped copying me on family emails. Then they held dinners I wasn't invited to, vacations I only saw on Instagram. I pretended not to care. I still sent birthday cards, still showed up for holidays, still asked about their lives, even as they forgot I had one. When he got sick, I moved back, left my job, took care of him while they argued over hospice bills from across the country. I fed him, bathed him, watched the light go out of a man who never thought I was enough. He didn't thank me. Not once. I found out about the new will 2 days before he died. By accident. A file left open on his computer. No password, just sitting there like it wanted to be seen. I read every line, every allocation. My mother, the house. My brother, the stocks, me. $10. No explanation, no hesitation. I sat with that for a long time, didn't cry, didn't rage. I just planned. I scheduled a meeting with Mr. Careel the next morning, alone. Told him I had a few things I thought my father might want included in his final wishes if he'd had more time. Carol had known me since I was 10, taught me chess, watched me grow to my daughter Dana, the only one who saw me for who I was and stayed anyway. The room shifted, eyes narrowed. My mother stiffened, my brother sat forward, alert now. I continued. You were the one who held my hand when I couldn't speak, the one who brought me dignity when the rest brought lawyers. This is not a letter of apology. You know I don't do that. This is acknowledgement. My voice was calm, even deadly. The others inherited wealth. You inherited my truth. I paused there. Let the words hang, then I handed the rest to Careel. You can finish it. He read the legal additions aloud. A second trust, private, irrevocable, left in my name, set up 2 months before my father died, valued at $3.1 million. I didn't blink, but the silence around me cracked like glass under pressure. My brother's face turned the shade of ash. My mother's lips parted, but no words came. This can't be right, she whispered. Creel nodded politely. He left video instructions as well, dated and time-stamped. I didn't need to see it. I knew what he said, because I wrote it. Did I lie? No, I reminded him of the times he let my brother steal from the family account and called it a mistake, of the bruises he didn't ask about when my mother tripped me into the coffee table, of the years I spent erasing their chaos only to be erased in return. He read every word twice, then signed. They looked at me like I'd stabbed them. But I didn't. I just buried the knife they'd left in my back, right between their ribs. I left the room without a word. Didn't gloat. Didn't linger. Let them sit in the wreckage of assumptions they built like cathedrals. Let them wonder how long I've been planning. Truth is, longer than they'll ever know. I live by the coast now, right? Full-time. No one knows my address. I don't check their messages. Don't return their calls. Silence, I've found, is better than revenge. But silence after revenge? That's peace. That's justice. That's mine.